This is Twit.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Galaxy S6 and Galaxy S6 Edge.
Hold for applause.
Wave it around. Drive the camera around crazy. Okay.
These are the most advanced powerful smartphones in the world.
They're not called
With
snotphones.
the
That's just, he's first
no
language is
other phone can
engineering, my
match.
friends.
No other phone
So-
can match.
So we're looking at the
But
6 Edge and the
that's
6
not
as two different products? Is that what we saw on that
To
left
use a
screen?
Apparently so, yeah.
technical
Yep.
Engineering term. They
That's
also
smart.
look
I don't know.
really
It's
cool.
an interesting idea having this
Really
Edge
cool.
curved screen.
Yeah.
But with all Samsung innovation, quote unquote, it
best
comes
display.
down to support, and they're not going to get it across all Android devices.
Fastest processor.
Yeah, the motto was relentless innovation,
Best
not relentless
cameras
support.
Under any conditions.
None.
There's the Exynos processor. Samsung is going to use the Exynos again
With
in
the
its
Samsung
international
Knox
versions. They did
and
not
MDM
say what
partners,
they'll use in the
these
U.S.
phones
In
will
the past,
give
they've used
business
Qualcomm
and
chips.
government
They were
confidence
apparently,
of
the
best
OEM was having
security
overheating problems
and
with
the
the
data protection available.
the 810, so we'll see.
Also, Samsung Pay will push the boundaries.
Samsung
of
Pay, this
mobile
is, of course,
payments by
their response to
dramatically
Apple. They bought,
increasing convenience
Loop
and
Pay.
coverage for both merchants and consumers.
And that picture there showed Loop Pay in action, which works
We
with
have
standard swipe
closely
machines
worked with
by sending a
industry-leading
magnetic field
card
out to
networks.
the swipe machine.
Such as MasterCard and Visa.
Feature.
Many more
That's
banks
nice.
and financial institutions are joining forces to provide customers with the great
Of course,
flexibility.
Google Wallet with an NFC chip in most
and more
Android phones
secure choice
works
of
perfectly well,
contactless payment.
but Samsung's looking to expand it to swipe
We know
machines,
the
which are still
full
prevalent
value
in
of
the
our
U.S.
devices. Depends on connection speed, so we are relentless in pursuing the best LTE technology.
5.1-inch QHD Super AMOLED display,
carriers.
3 gigs RAM,
This is great news when your
3 storage
networks are
choices,
ready,
32,
our
64,
users
or
will be
128
too.
gigs of internal storage, 16 megapixel camera
Finally, these
with
phones are
OIS,
beautifully designed.
improved
see
fingerprint sensor that no longer requires a
But
swipe,
Samsung would believe in
much more
design
like
with a
Apple's Touch
purpose.
ID.
Design that does something.
Infrared heart rate monitor
S6 and S6
that is also
Edge
used to
can
help obtain
charge
white balance for the
wirelessly.
camera.
It's built right in.
Qi and PMA wireless charging,
No
so
more
both
fumbling
standards
for
will be
power
supported.
codes in the dark. You will see what I mean. That's a design with a purpose. That's the future. Let me close by saying this. I'm very proud of this company and the team behind it. I believe that Samsung has an important role to play in advancing technology in our daily lives.
So sad to say that
We push
removable
ourselves
batteries, micro
take a
SD
step
card
forward
slots, and waterproofing
and
are not a part of these new S6
And if we get
phones.
there first, others will follow.
And frankly, that was another differentiator that I really
That's
liked
how
in the
we transform society for the
S5
better.
and the Note 4.
Which one, waterproof
That's how
or?
we
No,
make
yeah,
life
waterproofing
easier,
not a big deal for me, but the
simpler,
SD card
and
slot
more
and the
productive.
fact that you could buy a second battery
That's what
Yeah.
and pry off the back. But of course, that's going to impact the design. It's one of the reasons
next.
Samsung had crappy
Now.
plastic backs, because you
And
could
so
pry them
I'm
off and get to the
proud
battery and
reveal
SD card
the
slot.
Galaxy S6 and
I'm
Galaxy
surprised that
S6 Edge
weather
to all of
resistance
you
hasn't
today.
become more of a popular feature. I would think that
set out
people
to
would be
deliver
all over a phone that
something better than
maybe, well, you can't
anything
submerge it in the
we've
toilet.
ever
Well, who would
built
want it back after
before.
that? But you don't have to worry
And
about
I
getting
think
caught in the rain. You don't have to
we
worry
did it.
about like sweating with it in your pocket.
Right.
The people
Yeah,
don't
I mean,
seem.
that was
It's
one of the
it's nice to have, but people don't
headline
seem to be clamoring for it.
Yeah,
Thank you all so
that
much.
was like the big marketing feature of the last phone.
It's interesting,
Thank you.
isn't it, that they're
All
not
the
doing that.
commercials and everything. Yeah.
That explains the 128 gig storage model. Without an SD card, you might want to buy more storage.